Hello. So this is a review of my new Vivosun 100-watt titanium tank heater. I've always wanted to try a tank heater in the past, but I've always done glass because of the fact that the titanium tank heaters tend to be on the pricey side, and I just couldn't justify it at the point where I was getting decent quality glass tank heaters for about half the price of a titanium tank heater. So what happened was, though, is that my old 50-watt Aqueon that I borrowed over from my old 10-gallon when I upgraded to the 20 long, A, it's getting up there in years, and B, it was struggling to keep up with the temperature now that, winter is set in, and just struggling to keep up temperature in the 20-gallon long because, it's a lot more tank and water to heat. So what happened was I was looking for a replacement, and I went on Amazon just to see what some of the options were, because originally I was thinking of getting an Eheim Jaeger tank heater just because I've had good luck with them. And all of a sudden I noticed that on the list of tank heaters I'm looking up, here comes this Vivosun titanium tank heater. Now, I was very intrigued because I've had really good luck with other Vivosun products, such as, the pond pumps, which I do have reviews of here on my channel. I've been very happy, very pleased with them. And so I went in and took a look, and I was shocked by the price point and equally shocked by the fact that it had so many positive reviews on the tank heater. So I got this guy for $26.50 shipped. Good luck getting a tank heater that is titanium, has as higher reviews, and comes in at that kind of price point. You won't find it from another manufacturer that has all those boxes checked. And just given the experience I had with Vivosun, I said, what the heck, I'll give it a shot here on my 20 long freshwater tank and see how I like it. So anyways, I went ahead and ordered it, and I got it. And even though it was very cheap to buy and very comparably priced to the glass tank heaters, it is definitely not a feel cheap tank heater. It has the solid heft that you would expect from a titanium tank heater. The cord there is solid. It's thicker built, so it's actually nicer build quality than any of the glass tank heaters I've had, even some of the ones that cost a little bit more than this guy does. And so I was actually pretty surprised that for the build quality you're getting for the money for this guy, it feels pretty solid. So in addition, there were some really cool features that this thing has that I've never had with a glass tank heater before, such as the digital thermometer readout on there. You have a clear one that's displayed on there. And it also has a clear indicator for off and on. It actually has a separate on-off light indicator, and it's perfect because it coincides perfectly when you see fluctuations in temperature on your tank heater. It will generally, right about that point, you will see, it kick to the on position and has a different colored light. I believe it's either red or orange. Either way, it's distinctly different, and it flips over to the other side there and clearly shows that it's on. The other thing that I really like about this guy, it has a built-in safety feature. If it is not submerged in water, it automatically kicks off. I don't care how long you've been in this hobby, at some point you're probably going to forget to unplug your tank heater when you do a water change. Okay, I'm terrible about that, unfortunately. So having that feature has been wonderful, because it's terrible every time I go and do a water change. I forget, if I forget to unplug the tank heater, then, potentially I'm risking something bad happening with a glass tank heater and potentially something shattering or whatever. So that will not happen with this guy because it isn't going to work unless it's submerged in water. It actually gives you a little error indicator saying, hey, there's no water here, and it shuts off. So anyways, that is a really nice feature on this thing. Love having it because it helps it out so that if I forget or whatever, I've got a backup there to help me out with that, so that I'm not just sitting there having a glass tank heater sitting there high and dry out of the water, trying to burn itself out, trying to heat things. So the control features are really easy. It's easily adjustable. It has a nice little inline remote where you can automatically set the temperature on it. And I'm going to go ahead and pause it here and show you the remote. Okay, so this is the inline remote. It's very simple. You just hit the set button there, and then it goes ahead and it'll have the light on the tank heater with the digital readout. It'll start flashing, and then when it flashes, you just keep pushing the button until you reach the desired set temperature. And once you reach that, you just leave it alone for about 10 seconds. It'll keep flashing, and then it'll stop and it'll set. So after you push it enough times, it does, and it gets up to like 86 or something like that. Once you try and go past that, it'll go ahead and reset at a much lower temperature and then start its way back through the process again. So anyways, this is just a great little tank heater. Obviously, I intend to follow up on it periodically just to give you guys an update of how it's doing, how it's handling, longevity. I did have to mount this guy sideways, just because the 20 long doesn't necessarily afford for a longer tank heater like this guy. It's not super long, but it is actually designed to be fully submerged, and that's what it's supposed to be done with it. So this guy is designed to be fully submerged. So that is what is recommended, and so that's why it's kind of at a horizontal angle here. And that's all I've got, and thanks for watching.